Hey guys, we're back with another video, and in today's video we are going to learn how to create a website using Wix. So we're here in Wix.com, and from here you first have to create an account. So if you already have an account, you can just simply click login, or you can click on get started, which is available over here and here. So we have to create our account first, so let's insert our email address. Then we have to choose a password for this account. So let's give this a password over here. Then you have to confirm your password again, and then let's click on the sign up button. You can also continue with your Google or Facebook account, but we're signing up using our email address and setting a password. Okay. So now after you're done, we can click on the sign up button. All right. So our account has been created. Now we'll have to go through a few surveys, and these are not that important because you can change everything later on. But right now, Wix will ask you a couple of questions in order to know what kind of website you want to create. Okay. So first it's asking you, who are you creating a website for? So you can either choose for myself, my business, or a friend, or if you're creating your website for a client as a freelancer or an agency, you can choose this one. So I'm going to choose the first one. We'll be creating a business website, a corporate website. Okay. So then let's click on the continue button. Again, here it tells you bring your ideas to life with AI. So Wix allows you to use AI throughout your web building process. Right now, it's asking you if you want to use AI to run your setup. Okay, so we are going to choose the setup without AI. All right. So now it's asking you what type of website do you want to create? So here's online store, portfolio, blog, consultant, technology company, restaurant, or event. Okay, so you can select any one of these, or you can type what type of website you want to create. So we are going to type in business. Okay, you can see there are a lot of options over here, which is business development service, business management, consultation firm. There are many categories. So we are going to choose the business. And let's click on the continue button. Okay, so we are here in our dashboard. You can see at first it's telling us what are your goals for this site. Do you want to sell products, offer services, promote a business, collect leads, display creative works, promote myself, share knowledge, build a community, just explore? So there are options. Of course, these are not very important because by asking these questions or answering these questions, Wix is actually trying to understand what kind of website you want, what are your goals, so that it can provide you more customized details or options for your website. Using these features, you can create a more customized website. Okay. And you can also change these settings later on. So for our website, let's say we want to offer services and promote a business. We can also collect leads, but let's leave this one for now. Okay, now let's click on the continue button. Okay, you can see you're all set. Head over to the dashboard to finish setting up your site. So let's click on the continue to dashboard button. Okay, so this is our Wix dashboard. You can see there is an option to connect custom domain. For now, you are using a domain provided by Wix. Okay, so if you want to move your website to a more professional or a more customized domain, you have to first connect it. So this is where you can connect your custom domain. So we will look at this later on. First, let's take a look at the other options. So in your site, you can see there are a few more options. So this is the toolbar. From here, you can see how many sites you have. So if we click on the drop down, we currently have only one site. If you want, you can create new sites and it will be added in this list. Okay. From here, if we click on the explore, you can see the app market. So Wix has a lot of apps that you can use on your website. You can look at the updates and releases, inspiring websites. So you can take a look at other Wix websites in order to get inspired. So you can build a website like that one. And the courses and lessons for Wix. You can get help from here, or you can hire a Wix professional who will develop a website for you. Next, you can see there are a few steps over here. Let's set up your business. So currently you're in the setup phase. So one of 4 steps completed. We have updated our site type. Next, we have to connect to a domain. And the two other option is the design your website and get found on Google. Okay, so all of these are very important, but first we are going to click on the home in our dashboard. You can see this is your session where it says site session, total sales. So all your information are stored over here. You can see the analytics, the activity feed, and other options. Then if we click on the site and app, you can see there are various website designs over here that you can choose for your website. There's the mobile app, and you can also create your logo and branding from within Wix. Okay, so I want to show you another thing. You can actually create multiple Wix websites, and these will be displayed over here. All right, so here's our site. So if you want, you can add more sites, and it will be added over here. So currently this is our site. We can click on this select site, and it will take us to the same dashboard. All right, so that is how everything works in Wix. You can also look at some settings. If we click on settings, here are some more information: the business info, language and region, invoice and codes. There are many more options that we can go through, but we will look at this later on. Let's for now set up our website. So let's click on the design site. And here you can see Wix is asking us, how would you like to design your website? So there are two methods for designing your website. The first one is Wix will create a site for you, okay? And the other one is customize a designed template. So the first one is basically you have to describe your website and Wix will create a site for you. The other option, which will give you a bunch of templates which are already nicely designed, you can pick that template and customize it and put in your original texts, images, and info. All right. So I think this is the best practice to go through the web development process of Wix. So we are going to pick this option. So we are going to click in this button, pick a template. And here you can see several templates that appear over here. There are pages of web templates. So this is a good one coming soon. And this is for a tech company. This is solar panels installation. And there are many templates to go through. Okay, so you can take your time and go through all of the templates. You can also click on this drop down and select what kind of website you want to create. So let's say we want to build a technology and apps. So let's select it. Okay, so these are the templates for technology and apps. All right, so this is one, and IT services company. This is another one, 3D printing company. So take some time and explore every aspects or every templates you can, okay? Because this might be a time-taking process. So for us, we are going to, let's say, pick this template. So to see how this template looks, we can simply click on this view button. So once you hover your mouse, you can see two options, edit or view. So we're going to first view our website and see how it looks. Okay, so you can see we have a background image. We have nice little animation over here. And Wix is asking us use this template as starting point. I'm going to close this one. I want to explore this first. So we saw a little animation over here. And so once this square box animated from left to right, we saw some text over here, IT consultant, and some text over here. And there's an action button over here. We also have a header with a logo over here and some menu items. Say why choose us, our services, industries, tools and tips, contact us, and etc. And there are some social media icons over here as well. You can see there's a chat button over here so people can chat with you. So this is very important for business websites or corporate websites. So let's scroll down and see. This is our services section. And as we scroll down, you can see these all animated and the texts were invisible at first. Now we can see the texts. We can see that our company provides cloud solution, managed IT services. We can actually customize all of these and put in our own details. All right. So let's scroll down. And here is the testimonials section. You can see there are various testimonials over here. And it's basically a carousel. All right, so let's scroll down and you're ready to find out more, get free evaluation. So you can put a contact form over here All right, so there's a contact form over here. That's very nice. And there's a submit button. Okay, so if we scroll up and let's click on our services page. Okay, so there's another page, and if we click on our services, it takes us to our first page, and let's say industries. Okay, so this is another page, tools and tips. This is another page, and contact us. This is not another page. This is just the footer. If we click on the logo, it will bring us to the home page. So I think this is really good. If you want, you can also view it on mobile devices over here, and you can see how it will look on mobile devices. Okay, it's really responsive. It's a simple business site. So I think we can use this template. All right, so let's click on this edit this site. And Wix is setting everything up, so you just have to give it a few moments. All right, so Wix has set everything up. This is where you can design your website. So the first thing Wix asks you is let AI write your site content. Launch your website faster using AI. Answer a few questions to quickly create unique texts for your site. So you've seen that we have dummy texts all over the website. You can use the AI tool that we mentioned earlier to replace those dummy texts with some real text. Okay, we can actually close this one, but let's give it a try. Okay, so let's describe our business. So we added some details. Now in the type of site, we are going to choose business and the name of site. So this should be your company name or any name you want to give your site. So let's say we are going to call our website Digiverse. All right. So it's just for this demonstration. Now let's click on the create site text and let's wait for a few seconds. All right. So our text has been added and now you can see it's showing you a couple of things. So it might be overwhelming if you're looking at it the first time, but let me tell you, this is really easy. So on the left hand side, you can see there are a few icons over here and the text is explaining to you what everything does. So the first one is add elements. So the add elements is the option through which you can add different images, texts, buttons, or any element that you want to put in your website. In the add section, you can add various sections to your site. For example, this is a section. Here, this is another section, our services section. You have a testimonial section. You have a teams section, services section. So you can use this section to create different sections in your website. The next option is pages and menus. You can create pages and menus using this option. The other one is the site design. You can change your site color, font family, etc. And of course, you can browse various apps and add apps to your website. If you guys have used WordPress, you know about plugins. So Wix has apps. So you can visit the App Store and see if you want any applications for your website. Then you can click on your My Business. So here's where you can access important details about your website and your business. And here's the media section where you can include photos, images, videos, etc. And this will take you to your content management system. Okay, so let's click over here. All right, so we have activated our site and there's a lot of information over here. You can see the top toolbar here. You can see your site and there's various options regarding your site and the settings. Here's the option to connect your domain, get mailbox, upgrade, get found on Google, fav icon. So here's an option through which you can change your fav icon, business info, and so many more options. In the dev mode, you can turn on dev mode to add in your JS code, and you can connect your website with external APIs and much more advanced stuff. Of course, you can also hire professionals from here. And down below here, you can see your URL. So currently you're using a wix.com URL. If you want, you can click on this connect your domain and connect your website to a real domain. Okay, so here you can view your website in desktop and in mobile mode. So if we click on mobile over here, you can see the mobile view. Okay, so we are going to skip this right now. So here is the mobile view. So this is very important because all of your websites that you're going to make will have to be responsive. All right, so you will have to switch between desktop and mobile quite often. All right, so let's switch back to the desktop mode And from here, you can see there are a few arrows. So if you mess something up, for example, let's select this section of our website. And it zooms up. So we are going to select this text and drag and drop it over here. So if this is something that you didn't want to do and want to place it back over here, you click on this undo button and it will snap back into place. So the undo button may undo some of the customizations that you did. For example, here the text was also changed to the previous text. So check out what you're undoing, okay? You can see our website has zoomed in. I wanted to show you how this happened. So here you can see there's a 100% zoom in. If we click over here, it zooms into 50%. So here you can view your site better, but if you click on it, you can zoom back into your website. So here you can see there are tools. The tools actually controls a lot of options. For example, the snap to object and grid lines. So the grid lines are these two lines that you see over here. So these are over here to let you know that people will be using smaller screen, and if something you added over here might get skipped. So the grid lines are also very important. You can also disable this if you want. And you can also add rulers. So if we add rulers over here, you can see that a ruler on the top and the right side of the screen is added over here. So we can click over here and we can grab a ruler and we can click over here and then we can set everything up. So using this ruler, you can better design your contents and elements with more precision. Okay. So to remove this, you can simply right click on it and click on remove this ruler guide. And you can do the same for this one as well. Okay. And to disable this, we can simply go to tools and click on rulers. The other two options are toolbar and layers. So if we click on toolbar, you can see there's a toolbar over here, which is floating over here. So this is a toolbar that might come in handy when you're designing everything. For example, we've selected this text. We can actually use this toolbar to copy this text and paste it somewhere else. We can increase the size, position using this toolbar. Okay, but I actually don't like this, so I'm going to click on close. If you want, you can bring it back over here. The other one is the layers. This is a very handy tool that actually tells you how everything has been designed in your site. So we might be using this a lot, so you can drag and drop it anywhere you want in your screen. So currently it's over here. So let's see what this does. If we click on the small arrow over here, you can see how this entire section was created. So this is a strip, and if we click on the strip, you can see it's divided into two columns. This is one column, and this is the other column. And the column has only one image in it. We can already see it. And if we click on the second strip, you can see there are another column, there's another column. Okay, so basically that is how everything is built. If we click on the container box over here, you can see there are two texts, one line over here and a paragraph over here. So the layers basically tell you how the entire page has been created. All right, so it's a good way to get around your website. So let's close it up. So basically that's everything you can see on your screen. And so in the search section, we can search for various elements. So let's say we want to add an image. We can search for IMAGE, image. You can see there are a few options over here, and it already opened up the gallery element and grid galleries where we can add image from. So the search feature is very, very useful because if you cannot find certain things, you can always come back to the search and search for elements. So this is very useful when you're new to Wix and you do not know where many things are. You can see there are so many elements. It's easy to get lost. So of course, you can use the search option. So that's everything about the Wix design options and elements. So now let's learn how to actually design our site. We are going to start from our header. So your website has been divided into various sections. So you can see the header is one section. If we select it, you can see on the top right here, it's written header. All right. So if we select this main part, you can see it says the welcome section. Likewise, if we hover our mouse over this section, you can see it says services. So your entire Wix website has been divided into several sections. All right. So we will be customizing the first part, which is the header section. So we can simply select it, and you can see there are a few options that just popped up. One is this quick edit button over here, and there is another toolbar over here. Okay, so the toolbar over here has the quick edit option, the header scroll settings, and more actions. Okay, so if we click on the quick edit, it's going to give us a few options. For example, how to manage your menu. Okay, so if we click on this button, we can choose what we want to display in our menu. Okay, so let's close this down for now. We want to change the logo. So if we click over here, you can see the logo of your site is a text over here and a border over here. All right. If we don't have a logo, we can click over here and click on edit text. And then here we can write DV. All right. So this becomes our logo. We can also customize how our logo will look, the style, the font size, and various other options. Okay. You can also change the design of this border. So if we select this border and click on this change design button, we can change how this box will look. So there are several designs over here. All right. So you can choose any design you like. Once you hover your mouse over a design, it will show you how the design is looking. All right. So you can also click on this design over here and the change design. Both opens up the same section. But what if we want to upload our own logo? We do not want to use this one over here. Okay. So there are two ways of changing our logo. So the first way is going into the business info and uploading our logo. And the other option is deleting this logo, adding an image element, uploading our logo, and setting that logo on this header. Okay. So both methods are really easy. So let's first take a look at the first method. So to upload our logo, we have to go to our business info section. So to do that, we're going to hover our mouse over settings, and from here we are going to click on business info. And it opens up our Wix settings. So we looked at the Wix settings a couple of minutes ago. So now we are going to change our logo from this section. So here is the business info. You can see the description over here. It says set your business name, logo, location, and contact info. So we're going to click on it. And here you can see various information regarding your business name, the category of the website, a short description, and here you can see the option to upload your own logo. And down here you can add your business address description, location. You can point it in the map and add in your email, phone, and fax number. Okay. So for now, we just want to upload our own logo. So if we click over here, it opens up this section. Here you can see the site files. Currently we have no files. We can upload files by clicking on this link over here. Also, we can go to media from Wix over here. And here Wix will give you a couple of options. We can also click on Shutterstock or Unsplash. From here we can select categories, and we can choose any category and select any image we want. But currently we want our logo. All right. So to upload our logo, we can click on Upload Media and click on Upload from Computer and select our logo. Okay, so we uploaded a file. Now from here we can choose this file, and this becomes our site logo. So now let's click on the Save button over here. And you can see your changes were saved. Now, if we close this up, you can still see that our logo hasn't changed, but our site logo is already set. So in order to change the logo over here, what we are going to do is we are going to select this element and hit delete. All right. So now we have no logo over here. To add our logo, we are going to click on this plus icon, which says add elements. And then we're going to click on the image. And here we can select the upload and import option. Okay. Or we can simply select the site image that we uploaded. All right. So if you guys haven't uploaded the image, you can upload it from here and then you can select your logo. So since we have uploaded it, we're going to select it and you can see the logo appeared over here and it's really big. So we are going to grab it and drag it over here and then resize it to a size that is suitable for a logo. Okay, so 80 height and 80 width, and now we're going to set this logo over here. You can see this purple line that appears in the middle. So this is the snap option. So if we let go of our logo over here, you can see it sets over here. So if you don't see the purple line, you can simply click on Tools and you can see Snap to Objects. You can enable this and you can see the purple line. All right. After you upload your logo and set your logo over here, what you're going to do is right click on your logo, and on here you can see there's an option to pin to screen. So we're going to select it. Then we can actually set the position of the logo. We can select top, up over here, on the right side over here. So we want to place our logo on the top left corner of the screen, and let's just increase the horizontal offset so we can position it correctly. So you can tweak these two sliders to position your logo perfectly. Okay, so I think this is looking great. So we're going to click on Close, and that is our logo. And you can see it's also pinned to the screen. All right, so you can see if we scroll down, our logo is sticking with the screen, but our header stays in the same place. So in order to make our header stick to the screen while we scroll down, there's an option. So what you can do is hover your mouse over your header and click on this header scroll settings option. Here you can see there are 4 options: the scroll with sight, freezes, disappears, and fades out. All right, so the scrolls with sight, this is the current selected settings. You can see when this is selected, it actually disappears. So we want it to freeze or stick to the head. All right, so we're going to select this option and then we're going to close it. Now, if you see that when we're scrolling down, it's still not sticking to our site. That's because we're still in the development mode. So we have to actually look at the preview mode in order to actually see if this is working or not. So let's save our changes by clicking on this Save button. And once you save, you are going to see this option. When you publish the following, this will be your domain. So when you are going to be publishing your site, click on this edit button and add in your own domain. Okay. So we're going to click on the done button. And now let's click on the preview button. Okay. So now let's scroll down. You can see our menu is actually freezing. It's sticking to the head as we scroll through our site, but the background isn't scrolling and it's staying in its place. So let's fix this now. Let's go back to the editor and let's select this and let's click on this More Actions option. And here we are going to click on Change Header Design. So the reason our background isn't scrolling with the header is because we have absolutely no color in our background. You can see it's selected no color. So we can select a color such as this one, and then we can close it and save. Now we can preview, and now you can see that our header is sticking to the top. All right. So let's go back to the editor, and while we're on the subject of header background design, we can also change the design to more colors. You can see there are various colors for the background. You can choose any color that you like. So this is also another pattern. If this is something you like, you can choose these colors, right? But I think the white background was working perfectly, okay? You can also click on the customize design and choose your own type of background. You can click on the fill color and opacity. Let's actually show you this one. Let's select this background, okay? Now, if we click on customize design, so you can choose any type of design you want. You can see there are various designs over here, all right? And then we can actually see the color and opacity. We can decrease this or increase this. We can select the border, right? If you want, you can add top border. You can see on the top there's a border over there. and you can also add in some shadows if you want. And you can also click on the scroll. When you scroll, how the background will react. You can decrease the opacity or increase the opacity. It's up to you. All right. So that is how you can design your header background. So we're going to click on this design, as this was looking better. All right. So we have changed our logo and made our header sticky. Now let's actually see how you can customize the menu. Okay, so this is your horizontal menu. You can see there are some items over here. Why choose us, our services, industries, tools and tips, and contact us. Okay, so we can select it and push this menu to the right side. Okay, and this might be a design that you can see with many websites. All right. You can also click on this manage menu to go to this section where you can manage your menu. All right. You can see currently we have on our menu the home, why choose us, our services, and industries, tools and tips, contact us. Okay. So before proceeding, what we can do is let's actually save our progress. And let's click on the mobile device and see if this looks good on mobile devices. Okay, so you can see that we already have the menu over here and the logo on the center. Okay, so I want the logo to be on the left side. So what we can do is we can grab this logo and push it over here. All right, so this is looking great. Now let's click on save. Now, if we go back to our desktop view, it's still okay. And now if we switch back to mobile view, now it's looking great. All right. So let's go to, of course, you can see that our menu has turned into a hamburger icon. Now, if you want to click on it, you cannot do it because, you're still in the development mode. To click on this menu, you can actually go to the preview and check it out. So let's actually do that. All right. So let's click on preview. Okay, so now we're in mobile view, and if we click on this hamburger menu icon, you can see all our menu items are added, including our social media icons. Okay, so it's working perfectly. So let's get back to the editor, and let's click on the switch to desktop mode. So let's get back to our menu management. So we can click over here, and then we can manage menu. Or we can simply go to menus and pages from here and see our menu over here. One thing you can see is the items such as why choose us, our services, industries, tools and tips. All these items are here, but the home is not being displayed. Now, why is that? There are all these elements, and why can't we see home? That's because the home is being disabled over here. Okay. If you want to show your home, what you can do is click on these three dots, and you can select this show. And now you can see the home has appeared over here. Okay. So now let's drag this over here. And using this way, you can actually, let's go to the management. Using this method, you can actually hide several sections. So if we want why choose us not to be here, we can simply click on it and click on this hide option, hide that menu item. You can also access the page settings of any of your menu items. Okay. So if we look at home, we click on settings. You can see there are a lot of options over here. So the first option is the page info. What's this page's name? So first it's home. And the second option over here actually allows you to hide or show it on your navigation menu. So we already seen how you can do that. So this is another way you can do it. And the second option says that this is your home page. Okay. So if we click on this drop down, we can look at some more advanced settings, but it's not necessary right now. Let's click on the layout, and you can see there are two layouts, the standard and no header and no footer. So if you want to build a no header, no footer site, you can select this one. And you can see your website has no header and footer, but we want the standard header and footer. So let's keep it. And the permission, who can view this page? You want everyone to visit your homepage. But if you want to create a membership site or a membership page where only members will be able to visit, you can select members only. Or if you want to set passwords, you can select this. but for a basic business website, we want everyone to visit our homepage. Now let's click on the SEO basics. And here, this is very important. You can see this is the name of our website. This is the URL. And down here, you can show the meta description of your website. So to add a meta description, you can come over here and add in your meta description. So let's add something. Okay, so here you can see we added some description, and here you can see that it's 120 characters, and it's also showing up over here. So we can see how our meta description looks. So in case if we write more characters, let's write something. You can see it's not showing up over here. All right. So there's a limited characters that you can choose for this. I think 120 or 130, it's really good. But more than that, it's not going to show up in your Google or other search engine results. And the next one is let search engine index this page. So you want to enable this in order for search engines to index your website. So there are more SEO options. If you look at the advanced SEO, you can look at the structured data markup, robots, meta tag, additional tags. So we're not going to go through these right now. And the social media shares. So if you share your website on social media, which image should show up, you can also go through these, but we're not going to go through it right now. Okay, so that's everything about the homepage. Let's close it up. And you can see there are more options. The rename, duplicate. If you want, you can duplicate this homepage and design another page. And you can see there's an option to copy this page and another option that is set as homepage. So currently we're using a template, so we do not have to set any home pages. If you are creating your website from scratch, or if you want to create or add another homepage, click over here to set that page as your homepage, okay? But do keep in mind that you can have only one active homepage. Now, likewise, there are more options such as this why choose us, services. You can see it's visiting the various pages, and you can see that underneath our services, there are many sub items. So these are all hidden. So if we make this visible, so let's say we're going to choose show. Now, if we hover a mouse over our services, we are going to see the sub menu items. So currently we're in the development mode, so we're not seeing it. So let's close it up and let's click on save. Let's click on done and let's click on preview. So if we hover a mouse over our services, you can see all the sub menu items are added over here. So that's how you can add sub items in your menu. So let's go back to our dashboard. We're going to click on design site. All right. So now let's go to the manage menu. So here we can also add more pages by clicking on this button. We can also add a menu item link. So if we click over here, you can see we can add an address to here or a URL, and then we can click on this done button to add it to your menu. Okay, you can also select what it will do. Will it open a new window or the current window? And you can also select the advanced settings for that link, but we're not going to do that right now. And we are going to actually see how you can create more pages and add those pages to your menu later on. Okay. So currently that is how you can edit your header menu in your Wix website. So before proceeding to the next step, I want to show you something. You can actually increase or decrease this height of your header. Okay, you can see it's increasing or decreasing. And if you see it's not going correctly, you can always click on this undo button over here and it will be back to what it was. And another thing I wanted to show is this home or logo. We want this to be a link. So if people click on this logo, it's going to direct back at the home page. So let's click on this link over here. So first make sure you're selecting your logo, then click on link, and here add in your home page. And this is the home page, and we're going to click on done. So now if people click on our logo, it's going to redirect them to the home page. Okay, so that is how you can design your header in your Wix website. So earlier we discussed about sections. So your entire web page is made up of different sections. So what you normally do is you add a section and then you add different elements to that section. For example, this is one section. So if we click over here, you can see we can add various sections to your website. When you click over here, a sidebar appears. Here you can see there are various layouts. For example, the welcome, about, gallery, team, contacts. You can pick any of these templates and insert that section over here. Or you can start with a blank section if you want. So the first section, we can see it resembles this one, but it looks just a little bit different. Quite possibly this specific template was used in this section. So they added a new background image, they just realigned and added new texts on this container box, and they probably dragged and dropped the button just outside the box over here. Okay. Then after you add a section, we click on the elements and then add various elements such as images, buttons, strip, decorative, box, gallery, etc. So let's first focus on this section. So in this section, we can see a strip over here. So a strip was taken and it was divided into two columns over here. This is one column and this is the other column. You can see column 1 and here is column 2. Okay. And then we can see another strip over here with column 1 and column 2. And here we can see a container box with some heading texts, some paragraph, and a line over here and 2 buttons. Okay. So to know how your website is arranged or how your website is built, you can simply click on this tools over here and click on this layers option. Now you can see there are various options over here. So first, if I click on the page, and you can see there are all the sections over here, the welcome, services, testimonial, promotion. So all the sections are over here. So if you click on the welcome section and click on this little arrow, we can see that there are some elements within this section, which is the strip, another strip, a container box, 2 buttons. Okay. So if we expand the first strip, the column 1, which I told you guys about, and this is the column 2 with the social icons. Okay. And the second one is the column 1 over here and column 2 over here. Okay. But now the other item or the element is the container box over here. So this container box consists of some texts, heading texts, line, a paragraph, and 2 buttons over here. All right. Okay. So this might look overwhelming at first, but believe me, editing these are so easy. Okay. You will get used to all of these ideas later on. So let's close it up and see how this thing is built. So this is a strip. Since we're using a template, it's really easy for us to replace all these images and texts with our own. So you can see the image over here. If we want to change the background image, what we can do is select this column, and we can click on this change column background. So you can see this image is over here. If we want, we can pick any of the images provided by Wix, or we can upload our own image or video. Okay, so let's click on image and let's select one of our own images. So earlier we uploaded another image over here, so we're going to select it and click on change background. And here you go, the image has been changed. Now you can also customize this image. So if we click on change column background image and we can click on settings, you can select its opacity. You can see you have the control of opacity. You can also select how the image will be displayed. So currently it's scale to fill. We can also select tile. And you can see the image is divided into tiles, but I think it was better with the scale to fill. You can also select the original image, but you can see that our image isn't fitting well. So let's go back to the scale to fill option. Also, you can select where it is positioned. So currently it's positioned center. By clicking on any of these tiles over here, you can position your image. So if I click on top, you can see the image has been positioned in top. By clicking on the bottom, you can see the image is positioned at the bottom. So I think this looks good enough. So after that, what we can do is we can close it up. We can also do some more tweaking. If we click on these settings over here, we can actually edit the image. You can see it gives you basic photo editing tools. So you can adjust the brightness, or you can adjust the contrast, you can select the highlights, shadows, color saturation, and so many good things. You can also add other elements to your image from here. So if we click on the text over here, we can click on add, and then we can add our own texts here. Okay, so this is our text, so let's reduce its size. Let's say 60 pixels. Now let's pull it over here. Now let's position it on the center, and we can also change its color. So let's change the text color to white. Okay, so now it's looking great. So you can basically edit your image like this. I know the image isn't looking that good, but it's just for demonstration purpose. You get the idea. Always use high quality pictures on your website. That's what I recommend. Okay, after that we can click on the save button, and you can see our image changed. Okay, so that is how you can replace images on your website. Now for this container box. So this is the container box. You can see your cursor changes into a movable icon. So this prompts that you can actually move your box around. So if we grab this box, you can see we can move this box. We can move it over here, or we can move it in the center over here. Alright, so it's up to you where you want to move it, but I think it was looking better the original place where it was. Okay, so let's click on undo, and once more. Okay, so it's back in its original place. So currently I don't want to change any text, but if you want, you can just simply click over here and change your text. You can write whatever you want over here. You can also write whatever you want here. And then you can also edit all this. You can add effects, you can add character and line spacing, vertical text, and so many other things. You can also, let me just show you how you can do one thing. Let's click on effects, and you can add interesting effects like these on your text. Let's say if we select this one, you can see your text has some shadow. So like this, you can add many more interesting effects to your text. So we're not going to use this one, so we're going to disable it. You can also control your character spacing, you know. So basically you can control a lot of things from here. All right. Let's actually choose this style just to show you how it looks. Okay, so that is how your text will look. So there are a lot of options through which you can edit your text and images on your Wix website. So finally, you can see there's a button over here. So this button was added from these elements. Let me show you how this works. So if we go to the add elements, and if we click on button, you can see there are a lot of options over here. You can select any type of button you want. Let's say this is a button that we like. We can simply click on it, and you can see the button has been added. And then we can add the button over here. And then we can double click on this button and add some text. So I've written get started over here. You can also decide if you want to view text only, icon only, text and icon, or nothing. So it's up to you. I think the text only is looking good. Then you can also choose a link. So when people click on this button, where will it lead to? Okay. So this was just an example. I'm going to remove it. I think this is a good example. If we click on the button over here, you can see that this button is linked to the Why Choose Us section. Okay, so if we save our progress right now and click on preview, let's click on this button and see where it leads us. Okay, so it leads us to this page, Why Choose Us. Okay, so I'm going to show you later on how you can edit other pages too, but for now let's go back. And okay, we're in the Why Choose Us page. So since we're here, it's a good idea to show you how you can go back to your home page or any other page when you're in the development mode, okay? Since we're in the development mode, you cannot just click on the button to go to that page. To change the page, you can simply come over here, click on this arrow and click on home. So that's how you can navigate around your pages while you're in the development mode. Once you're back here, and now you know how to add links to the button, you know how everything is built. And oh, another thing is the social bar over here. So if you want to add links to your social bar, you can just simply select this and click on set social links. And here is Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So select the social media platform which you want to add. And then from this link over here, so go to your Facebook page and copy the URL and then paste it over here. And then you can add more of your social media page. You can also add more social media links. So if we click on add icons, you can see there's Amazon, there's Behance, there's Beatport, and this is the Blogger. This is Dribble, and there's LinkedIn and Pinterest, Reddit. So you can add even more social media icons over here, okay? All right, so that is how this section is built. And now if we scroll down in the Our Services section, you can already understand how this is built. This is some text, heading text, and this is a paragraph text. And this is, of course, a container box with some more text and a button over here, here, and here. So all these sections are built with the elements over here. So let me quickly show you how you can build a section from scratch, okay? So let's say I want to enter... So we don't have a My Teams section, all right? So let's add a My Teams section. So I want to add the section right below this services. So let's click on Add Section over here. And now from all these, you can actually select the blanks section, but we're going to click on Teams. And you can see this section is looking great. So if we just click on it or drag and drop, we can just drag and drop it over here. And you can see that our team section has been added. Now it's the same thing. Just simply click on the image over here. You can change the image or edit the image. You can edit the name of your team members. And that is how you can build your entire section. So if you want, you can move this anywhere you want. For example, if I want to move our team section below testimonials, what you can do is select it and click on this down arrow. And you can see it has been moved below the testimonials. All right. So that is how you can add sections and add in your own texts, own images. But how can you actually add elements? All right, so let's see this from scratch. So I'm going to delete this section. And once again, I want to add a section. And this time I'm going to click on the blank section. Okay, so you can see this is a blank section. And here using the arrow, we can increase or decrease the length of this section. Now we're going to add some elements. So we can click on this Add Element button. And from here, we're going to choose the strip. Okay, so we are going to select this blank strip. So we managed to add a strip over here. So before proceeding further, it's a good idea to actually name this section. So if we click over here, we can actually name this section. So we named this section Team. Okay. So first, let's add some texts to this section. So we are going to click on Add Elements. And we are going to choose a title. And let's add heading 1. And over here, we're going to write our team. You can also choose your font from here. Let's select Arial. Let's go up and select Arial. All right. Next, we can add some paragraph text. So let's click on paragraphs, and here's some good text. So let's grab it and drag it over here. And let's expand it a little, and let's change it to Arial. So you can see that the heading text and the paragraph text is overlapping with the strip over here. So what we can do is drag and drop it over here. So now we have some space. Okay, so we have our text now, and this is the strip section. So let's add some images and container box. So let's click on this Add Elements, and we are going to choose image over here, and let's select this image, for example, and let's scale it down a little to 100. I think 220, this is good. So let's place in our image over here. All right, and now we are going to add in some container box. So the box is over here. We're going to choose container box, and we're going to select this box over here. Now we're going to resize it and place the box over here, and let's resize it up to here. All right, so now we can add in some text. So we're going to click on these elements. We're going to select text, and we are going to select this bold title. All right, and here let's write something. All right, so let's resize it. Now we are going to drag and drop it over here. We're going to select it and change its color to white. All right, so it's working properly now. And then we can add another text. And let's select this text. And let's resize it. And then let's change its color. Now we can drag and drop it over here. And I think we should actually, font size, I think it should be 16. And I think, okay, so this isn't too bad. This is looking great. So let's select the container box. We can also change its design. We can click on this design, and then we can click on customize design. And then we can click on the fill color and opacity and decrease the opacity a little bit. Let's say 75%. All right, I think it's looking great now. So to group all these elements, what we can do is click on this element and then hold Shift on our keyboard and select this container box. And now you can see there's an option that says group elements. So we're going to click on group elements. Okay, so this is our group element. Now we can just copy this and now we can paste it over here. All right, so we have another, we have another My Team section. So we can simply click over here and change the image. So let's select another image. Now we can change the text and we can do it again. Let's paste it over here. All right, so these pink lines are actually showing you the distance between them. So this is a good distance. So let's click over here and then change the image. And we can also search for images. Let's say we can write man. Okay, so here's another image. Well, let's click on it. Now we can change the text. And then we can paste it another one. And let's paste it over. Okay, so I cut the video of me trying to place the elements in the correct measurement. So this is the result. So that is how you can design your own sections in Wix. So let's grab this and drag it up to here because this section isn't that big. All right. So that is how you can add sections to your web page. So using this similar method, you can edit items on your website. You can add your own elements. You can size and resize them. You can add in buttons, add in links. So that is how you can use these elements and sections to build your Wix website. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to show you guys was how to create a page and add that page to your menu. So that is also very easy. So if you want to create a page, you can simply go to pages over here. And from here, you can add a page by clicking on this button. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a page. And you can see that Wix is already giving you a lot of these templates which you can use to build your site. You can click on services. So this is a services page. And there are projects, contact, general page, and even landing pages. All right, so let's actually select About Us page. And this is a good page. You can also preview before you use it, but we're going to click on the Add page. And as soon as we created the page, it's already added in your menu. Now, you already know how to hide items from your menu, but we want to show our About page link, okay? So this is our page, and we can actually change the image by clicking here. We can drag and drop this container box anywhere we want. All right. And then we can add in our texts, our images, and everything else. Okay. And for the menu, let's say, let's go to our home page. Now for the menu, we can click on this pages section, and from here, if we click and drag and drop it over here, you can see that our About Us section has been moved over there. And if we want, we can just simply drag it and drop it over here. You can see that our About page is now a submenu of these industries. Okay, but we don't want that. We want to place it over here. And the tools and tips, let's actually hide it. Okay, so now we're in our homepage. So basically that is how you can use all these elements and sections to build your Wix website. And using this same method, you can create and design more pages in Wix. So another thing that we didn't discuss is the site design. So if we click over here, you can actually change your theme color. So currently this is the theme color. You can change your theme color and your theme text, because you can see there are a lot of texts over here, and going through one by one and changing the text font, it takes a lot of time. By going through this option, you can basically change the font for all of your text over here. For example, all the heading text is in Spinnaker font family. So if we click over here, we can change it to, let's go up and we can change it to Arial. Okay, so now all the heading 1 will be Arial. Following the same method, you can change the text font family for each of these headings and paragraph category. Okay, so if we click on the site design again, you can also do the same with color, page background, page transitions, and all the good stuff. And the other thing about Wix is the Wix app market. Now, previously I mentioned that if you guys have used WordPress, you already know that you use a lot of plugins to add various functionalities to your website. So Wix uses the Wix app marketplace to do the same. Okay, so if you want to add social media icons, countdown timer, you can see there are so many apps. The SE ranking for your SEO, the reconvert, upsell, and cross sale. So it's showing you the trending apps right now, Wix Business Solution. So if you're using a business website, there are Wix stores, Wix bookings, Wix events and tickets. So you can actually install any of these apps. And not all of the apps are free. Some of the apps have paid features as well. You can see over here it says free to install, free to install. So you can easily install the free apps. And there are paid apps as well. So here you can see there are some apps, which is the social media feed. You can see it has free plan available. That means it has also paid plans as well. And for some other apps, such as this one, Minta Auto Social Media Videos, you can see it gives you a 7-day free trial. And this particular apps, the Sale Dish Social Bar, it's a premium site required. All right. So you cannot use all the apps, but there are free apps and free plans available. Okay. So you can use any of these apps to add various functionalities to your website. Okay, so that is how you can build your Wix site. So after you're done, you actually have to connect to a custom domain. So we are still using the subdomain that Wix provided us, but for a professional site, a regular top-level custom domain is necessary. So to connect your site to a top-level custom domain, you can simply click over here, connect domain, or you can click on the settings from your dashboard and then click on domains over here. And it's basically going to bring you to this same page. Okay. So after that, what you can do is type a domain name that you want. So for example, my website is called DigiWorld. I'm going to type DigiWorld, DigiWorld, and then I have to add a custom domain. All right. So here are a few suggestions, which says .com, .online, .shop, .blog, .design, .tech. So if you hover your mouse over these domains, Wix is going to describe what this domain is best for. So it says select .com to build trust with this best known domain. .com is free for 1 year with select yearly premium plans that include a free domain voucher. Okay, you can also get .tech, because .tech is a great domain ending for professionals and companies in the tech and web industries. Okay, so whichever domain you like, you can just put it over here and it will be added. Then you can click on the Let's Go button to add in your domain. But for that, you need to purchase any of the Wix's price plans. Here's the website plans, the business and e-commerce plans, and the enterprise plans. So for website plans, you can see there are 4 plans over here, which is the most basic for personal use, entrepreneurs and freelancers, and the VIP first priority support, which is the best package for website plans. So the connect domain is the most basic one. You pay $4.50 a month and it will give you all the necessary things so you can connect your domain to a top level custom domain. It's going to give you 1 gigabyte bandwidth and storage space of 500 MB. And for a basic website, this is good, but of course this plan displays Wix branding, so you won't be able to white label your site. For the combo plan, which you have to pay $8.50 a month, it will give you 2 gigabyte bandwidth, storage space of 3 gigabytes, and video hours of 30 minutes. So this is also a good plan. You can get any of these plans, whichever suits your needs. For business and e-commerce plans, if you want to build an e-commerce or a business site, it must be able to handle a large number of visitors. So you can pick any of these plans. As you can see, all of these plans gives you unlimited bandwidth, and storage space is really high. Even the basic business package gives you 20 gigabyte storage space. So these plans are really great. Okay. So if you want priority customer support, you have to pick the best package from these plans. So for business and e-commerce plans, the business VIP is the plan that gives you the priority customer support. Okay. So you can also select the enterprise plans. Here you can request a call and discuss what are the things that you need for your website, and they can set it up for you. Okay. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our tutorial. I hope this was helpful for you guys. You guys now know how to create your own website using Wix. So let us know in the comment section if this tutorial was helpful for you guys. If you guys found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you in the next video.